Hi everyone, this is Connie from Connie's Creative Creations. Today I'm taking part in the God Bless the USA collaboration. I'll get to a little bit more information about that in just a couple of minutes. Also, this is sponsored by Hiipoo. They have water slide decal, water slide paper, as well as we're going to use HTV vinyl that's also from them. So I printed on my printer on this wording, God Bless America. Now I printed it on regular paper first, and then I ended up putting it on this water slide paper. Now, there's a dull side and a shiny side. You print on the shiny side. Once you are done printing it, then you spray it with a clear acrylic or a lacquer, which I use lacquer, 3 thin coats that seals it to the shiny side of your paper. Seals the ink to it. So once that is done, then we'll work on that, but first we've got to get what I'm putting it to prepared. Okay, I took 2 of the little seine pieces of wood from the Dollar Tree. I cut both of them in half, and I'm using my heat gun on the stickers, and that usually loosens the glue, and you can pull it right off of the wood. And the one spot didn't come right up, so I do go back and I get that all off of there. Now I am painting one of these pieces blue, 1 red, and 2 white. We wanted to make sure that I had the red, white, and blue. Of course, it was 4 pieces, so I went ahead and did white twice. And I make sure that I do the pieces so that all the ones that are showing are painted, but the ones that are connected together were not painted, so that I could use wood glue on those. And this is nautical blue, and it is from Folk Art. Now the white is Folk Art's Adirondack white, and then the red is Waverly's crimson, and these are all chalk paints. And the only one that needed a touch-up or a half coat is the white. The red and the blue, actually the red got a second coat. The blue was fine with the first coat. Red is kind of iridescent, so you can see through it. It's not opaque enough. And the white just had some areas that was not quite opaque enough for me, so I went ahead and covered those. I'm using my heat gun. It's a Darcy heat gun to get these the paint all dry, and then I'm going to grab my wood glue and my hot glue and connect these together. Now the wood glue is going to give it the better hold. The hot glue is going to give it a quick hold. Then I'm going to turn it over and connect some large craft sticks that are from the Dollar Tree. And this is wood glue is from the Dollar Tree as well. If I'm doing woodworking, I don't use this wood glue, but for crafts I do, and it works just fine. So as you can see, I'm putting the wood glue down the center and a little bit of hot glue on the sides and the ends. And there I'm taking I'm going to use 4 craft sticks. And I was going to use the wood glue, and I decided not to because that's not raw wood and it won't connect as well. So I just did that, and then I set it aside so I could work on the decal. Now I put some water in that plate, and what you do is you put your decal in the water and you get your surface a little wet. And when it curls up like that, I need to make sure that it all got wet. And you put some water on the surface it's going onto, because if you don't and you try to slide it or move it, it will tear it. So you don't want that to happen. So once I got that surface completely cleaned or wet, then the decal came right up, and I just placed it on there, adjusted it, then I grabbed a paper towel and blotted it to get all of the extra water off of the wood and out from under there, and then you can just throw that paper away. And this is a finished project. Other than once it is dry, I go ahead, and it dries pretty fast, I go ahead and I cover the whole front and sides with the glossy Mod Podge, because the paper is shiny, or the clear part of the paper is shiny, so I didn't want it to look funny. And I could have cut closer to it, but I decided not to. And so if you look close, you can see a little bit of a border. Sorry for this view. I should have closed the curtain. There was sun shining through my window right on my table. I realized afterwards that I should have done that, but it was too late by then. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, it dries really, really fast. Now I'm going to use the Mod Podge, and I'm covering everywhere I painted. So on the top and all of the sides. And I'm going to set this aside and move on to the second project. I hope you guys like this one. I sure do. Now, about the information on this, God Bless the USA. The hosts are Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, and her co-hosts is Shantell from the Crafty Hints and Brenda from the Rustic and Lace DIY. Now, also, down in my description box, their channel links are going to be down there, as well as the playlist link will be down there as well. And I just wanted to remind you, this is Hiipoo products for both of these projects. I'm using Hiipoo products. So let's get to the second project. Okay, on my Cricut with the Hiipoo HTV vinyl, I cut out like a flag just out of red, and I have this bag, and I'm going to weed it and put it on the bag. Now, don't forget, if you love what I do or like my content, if you enjoy it, please think about hitting that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Give me a big old thumbs up and leave me a comment if you'd like. That helps my channel grow. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just weeding this, and it's got some 3 stars and some stripes. Now this was all just one color, so I didn't worry about putting blue in it. The picture didn't have it, so I figured the red would be just fine. Now I have an easy press It's not the big one, it's not the little one. I won it in a contest, and so it's like a medium size. It's perfect for me. So, hey, it works. So I put it at 320, and I press the material first to make sure that it's nice and warm. Then I place this down, and then I put the easy press over it again. I'm just straightening it out as well, and I had to add a little bit of water. I thought for some reason there was a crease. Come to find out there was a fold underneath it. Silly me. I'm a sewer. I know how to iron. Yeah, I messed up, but it turned out fine. So I'm just putting that down, and I'm just going to put this on there, and just you go for 15 seconds. And so I was just moving around to make sure I got all the corners and make sure that it was completely pressed down. Then I pulled off the plastic, and I should have left the plastic on while I flipped it over, but it didn't hurt it. But I do go ahead and put the plastic back on a little bit. Seemed a little sticky, so I wasn't sure if that was the reason or if it was just not dry yet. But this is when I turn it over, and oh my gosh, there's a fold. So I just turned it over on the back and pressed that little bit of a fold out, and it didn't damage the flag. Okay, so I hope you guys really like this, and you have a very blessed week. Call somebody and tell them you love them today. Might be exactly what they need to hear. As well as, you guys, don't forget to be the Bible that somebody reads today. Bye.